Every big change in life starts with one small secret. A secret so powerful, it can shape your future, your happiness, and even your destiny. Hi, friends. Today we're going to talk about an idea that has changed millions of lives around the world. And if you stay with me till the end, it might just change yours too. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to attract success, money, health, and love so effortlessly? The truth is, they know something most people don't. And the good news? Today, you're about to discover it as well. For centuries, this hidden wisdom was known only to a few. But now, it's being shared with you. Imagine having the power to design the kind of life you really want. No limits, no waiting, just learning how to use the secret that's been inside you all along. So, let's begin this journey together. And before we dive deeper, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join our community. That way, you'll never miss more life-changing insights like this. All right, are you ready to unlock the secret? Let's get started. The secret revealed. So, what exactly is the secret? The ultimate key to unlimited power and possibility is something called the law of attraction. This universal law works the same way for everyone, no matter who you are, where you come from, or what your circumstances may be. If you understand how to use it, you can completely reshape your life. That's what author Rhonda Byrne wants to share with the entire world. The idea is simple. Whatever you think about most often, you begin to attract into your life. Your thoughts carry enormous power, almost like a magnet. If you constantly think about success, love, health, and happiness, you pull those experiences towards yourself. On the other hand, if your mind is filled with fear, worry, and negativity, then those negative outcomes will keep showing up in your reality too. Think of it this way. Our thoughts, words, and actions are all forms of energy. And every kind of energy has its own vibration. When you focus on a thought, you send a signal into the universe. And the law of attraction brings back experiences and people that match that vibration. That's why the saying goes, your vibe attracts your tribe. Here's a simple example. If you keep telling yourself, I don't want to be late, the universe doesn't hear the word don't. It only responds to the vibration of being late. And so you often end up late. Instead, it's better to affirm the positive. I always arrive on time. By shifting your focus, you shift your outcome. Now let's look at Robert's story. Robert was a young man who came out as gay to his professor. In a heartfelt email, he described how miserable his life had become. At work, his colleagues mocked him. On the streets, strangers insulted him. Even when chasing his dream of becoming a stand-up comedian, people laughed at him. Not for his jokes, but because of his identity. Constant negativity left him feeling stressed, exhausted, and broken. His professor wrote back with an important observation. Robert, read your email carefully. Every line is about what you hate, what you don't want, and what makes you unhappy. That focus is keeping negativity alive in your life. Change your thoughts. Start thinking about what you do want instead. That advice changed everything. Robert stopped feeding energy to the insults and cruelty. Instead, he began filling his mind with positive thoughts about respect, joy, acceptance, and success. Within weeks, his environment started to shift. Colleagues who had bullied him either left the company or were transferred. Others simply stopped mocking him. He began to enjoy his job again. And when Robert took the stage once more as a comedian, the audience welcomed him warmly. They laughed at his jokes, cheered for him, and celebrated him for who he was. What had really changed? Robert's mindset. He was still the same man, but by refusing to focus on negativity and instead choosing positive thoughts, he attracted supportive people and uplifting experiences. For the first time in a long while, Robert lived with confidence and happiness. So the big question is, how can you actually use the secret in your life? The process is simple. It comes down to just 3 powerful steps. Step 1, ask. The first step is to clearly decide what you want. Be specific. Think about it carefully and form a clear picture in your mind. You can even write it down in the present tense, as if it already belongs to you. Let's say you want a car. Don't just wish for a car. Know exactly what kind you want. Visualize the brand, the model, the color, even the feeling of holding the steering wheel. You could write, "I'm so happy and grateful to drive my new sports car." Notice how this statement is in the present tense. It makes your desire more real to your mind. Think of it like ordering food at a restaurant. You don't just tell the waiter, "Bring me something." You look at the menu, you choose your dish, and you order with clarity. The universe is like that waiter. It's waiting for your order, but it only understands when you are clear, not confused or vague. Step 2, believe. Once you've placed your order with the universe, the next step is to believe with absolute faith that what you asked for is already on its way. Hold a 100% conviction, with no doubts, no second guessing. Don't worry about how or when it's going to come. That's not your job. Your job is to trust that the universe knows the way to deliver it. Start thinking, speaking, and acting as if your dream is already yours. For example, if you want to win a tennis championship, imagine yourself holding the trophy every day. Look in the mirror and affirm confidently, "I am a champion." As you keep believing, your actions and your energy align with that belief, and one day it becomes reality. Step 3, receive. Finally, prepare yourself to receive what you've asked for. This means aligning your emotions with your desire. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude, as if it's already here. That feeling of happiness sends a powerful signal back to the universe. "I am ready." And once your vibration matches your dream, opportunities and circumstances line up perfectly to bring it into your life. Here's a tip. Go experience it in small ways. If your dream is to own a beautiful home, go and visit homes you'd like to live in. Walk around, touch the walls, picture yourself living there. If it's a car, take a test drive. Get the experience first. By feeling it today, you begin attracting it into your tomorrow. And remember, your job is not to figure out when or how. Your job is to feel ready to receive and to trust that life is rearranging itself to deliver exactly what you've asked for. That's it. Ask, believe, receive. A simple 3-step process, but a powerful one that, once mastered, can change the course of your life. The secret to money. When it comes to using the secret, you can apply it to absolutely anything you desire. And one of the most common wishes people have is, of course, money. But here's the catch. If you keep saying things like, "I don't have enough money," or "I'm always broke," the universe only hears lack, and it gives you more of the same. Instead, you must shift your words and your feelings. Speak as if abundance is already flowing into your life. Say things like, "Money comes to me easily," or "I am so grateful for the wealth I already have." But remember, it's not about just repeating words. It's about believing and feeling them deep inside, without doubt. The universe can sense the truth in your emotions. Here's a powerful story to prove it. Meet Jack Canfield, author of the best-selling book series Chicken Soup for the Soul. Today, millions recognize his work worldwide, but years ago, Jack was far from wealthy. In fact, he grew up hearing negative beliefs about money. His father often claimed that rich people only became rich by cheating others. He would say, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "Life is tough." These words slowly shaped Jack's mindset, making him believe that earning money was wrong or even impossible. Then one day, Jack met a mentor who challenged him to dream bigger. His mentor said, "Set a goal so huge that when you achieve it, you'll be amazed by your own potential." At the time, Jack was earning just $8,000 a year. So nervously, but with growing faith, he set a daring new goal. "I want to make $100,000 this year." He didn't know how it would happen, but believing was the key. Every day, Jack reminded himself of that goal. He wrote it down and even drew a fake check for $100,000. He taped it to the ceiling above his bed, so the first thing he saw each morning was his dream staring back at him. He imagined how life would feel when he had that money. After weeks of holding that vision, an idea came to him. He had just written a book, and selling each copy for 25 cents meant if he could sell 400,000 copies in a single year, he could reach his goal. Not long after, he gave a lecture at a college. A woman in the audience, who worked for a major magazine, was so impressed by Jack that she wrote an article about him and his book. That article spread nationwide, and sales took off like wildfire. By the end of the year, Jack had earned $92,327. It wasn't the exact figure he imagined, but it was astonishingly close. And that success gave him confidence to set an even bigger goal, to make $1 million. He replaced the $100,000 check on his ceiling with a new one, this time for $1 million. Once again, he focused, believed, and held the vision. And at the end of the following year, Jack received a royalty check from his publisher. The amount? Exactly $1 million. To make it even sweeter, the publisher had drawn a smiley face next to the number. Jack's story is proof. When you ask for something, believe in it fully, and feel it as though it's already yours, the universe finds ways to deliver. Don't focus on the lack of money. Focus on abundance. Feel wealth before it arrives. Visualize not just the money itself, but how you'll enjoy it, where you'll travel, what experiences you'll create. The more real it feels to you today, the faster you attract it tomorrow. The secret to health. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of the placebo effect? In medical research, doctors often test new medicines by dividing patients into two groups. One group gets the real drug, while the other group gets a placebo, a pill with no medicine inside at all. Strangely, doctors found that many patients who took the empty pill still began to feel better. Their conditions improved, not because of the pill itself, but because they believed they were healing. This is the power of the human mind. Their bodies responded to their thoughts, not to chemicals. And this effect has been seen again and again. That is the placebo effect. Our bodies have an incredible natural ability to heal themselves. Think about it. When you get a cut, your skin begins to repair. When you catch an infection, your immune system produces antibodies to fight it. New cells are born in your body every single day. Your body is designed to listen, to respond to your thoughts and emotions. So here's the key lesson. If you constantly focus on illness, weakness, or disease, your body starts to reflect that belief. People who walk around saying, "I can't get out of bed," "I'm always sick," "My condition is only getting worse," are accidentally giving more power to their illness. On the other hand, history is full of examples where people have recovered from life-threatening diseases, cancer, paralysis, strokes, because they chose to believe in healing instead of giving in to fear. As healer Bruno once said, "Every disease can be healed, but not every person." Why? Because only those who truly believe in their recovery tap into their inner healing power. Let me share with you the inspiring story of Morris Goodman, a well-known motivational speaker. Morris was in a terrible plane crash that left his body shattered. His spinal cord was severely injured, his vertebrae were broken, and he was completely paralyzed. He couldn't move his arms or legs. He couldn't eat, drink, or even breathe properly without a machine. Doctors told him bluntly, "You will never walk again. You will remain dependent for the rest of your life." But Morris refused to accept that verdict. He quietly decided to heal himself using nothing but faith, visualization, and unshakable determination. Every day, though trapped in his hospital bed, he pictured himself walking out of the hospital on his own 2 feet. He reminded himself again and again, "I will breathe on my own. I will walk again." Doctors had given up hope, so much so that they put him on a breathing machine. But Morris kept repeating to himself, "Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath." One day, shockingly, he succeeded. His lungs started working again. The doctors called it a miracle. Morris didn't stop there. He gave himself a deadline. "This Christmas, I will walk out of this hospital and celebrate at home with my family." Everyone, including his doctors, told him it was impossible. But on Christmas Day, that's exactly what he did. Morris walked, on his own, from the hospital to his home, and celebrated the holidays standing tall with his family. Over time, he made a full recovery, defying every medical expectation. His story proves one thing: your mind has the power to heal your body. Even science today shows that many illnesses are worsened or even created by stress. And what is stress? A thought. Which means that by choosing positive, healing thoughts, you give your body the signal it needs to repair itself. Focus on wellness, not on illness. Tell your body what you want it to do, not what you fear. The moment you begin to believe in health, your body begins to move in the direction of healing. The secret to you. Many of us feel at some point that life has been unfair. Some blame their parents for not being loving or supportive. Others grow up in homes filled with fights and negativity, and they carry that pain long into adulthood. But here's the truth. Psychologists say that nearly 80% of families face similar struggles. So the real question is, do you let that bitterness control your life, or do you decide to rise above it? Let's take the story of Jack Canfield, co-creator of the famous Chicken Soup for the Soul series. Today, he's a best-selling author, loved by millions, but his childhood was far from ideal. Both his parents struggled with alcoholism. His father was often abusive. By the time Jack was just 6 years old, his parents had separated. Jack admits it was a painful beginning. But here's what he learned. You always have 2 choices. Either you stay stuck in the past, replaying the pain over and over, or you shift your focus toward the future you want to attract. When you hold on to anger, resentment, or bad memories, you only give them more power, and they show up again in your life. But when you choose to let go, you free yourself. Remember, forgiveness is not about excusing what happened. It's about lightening the burden you carry, for your own sake. Think of life as a book. You are the author. Right now, the pen is in your hands, You can keep rereading the painful chapters, or you can turn the page and begin writing a brand new one. The choice is always yours. And here's something powerful to remember. The two words "I am" are among the most powerful in the universe. Whatever you put after them becomes your reality. So never speak words like "I am broke," "I am sick," "I am unlucky." Instead, declare the truth you want to create. I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am loved, I am successful. These are called affirmations, and like a magnet, they begin pulling more of those experiences into your life. The potential inside you has no limits. Your thoughts are seeds, your words are commands, and your future is wide open. And here's an amazing secret science has discovered. Our brains have the ability to slowly delete painful memories when we stop feeding them with attention. If you consistently shift your focus to new, positive thoughts, your brain begins to recycle and release the weight of the past. Over time, those hurtful memories lose their grip on you. Isn't that incredible? You truly have the power to reset and rebuild your inner world. So remember, your past does not define you. Your choices today do. Use your thoughts wisely. Speak with purpose. Write the story you want. Because the secret to you is that you already hold all the power within yourself. You are not a victim of your past. You are the creator of your future. The pen is in your hands. Choose carefully what story you will write next. The secret to life. Life is not just about existing. It's about how you choose to live every single day. No matter what your past has been, pain, struggles, disappointments, it's never too late to wipe the slate clean and begin again. Every new sunrise is an invitation to start fresh, to create new experiences, and to live with joy. The real meaning of life comes from having purpose. When you don't have purpose, life feels heavy, like a burden. But when you discover what makes you come alive, what excites you, what gives you joy, life becomes lighter, brighter, and full of meaning. So ask yourself, what brings me happiness? What makes me feel alive? Then pursue it, because life is always waiting for you to choose new beginnings. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. If you see the world as cruel, unfair, and hostile, that becomes your truth. But if you choose to see goodness in people, in experiences, even in challenges, you begin to attract more kindness, more joy, and more peace into your life. And here's the beautiful part. The secret is no longer hidden from you. You now hold the key to unlimited power, the power of your thoughts, your feelings, and your focus. The question is, how will you use it? Because in the end, life is your story, and you are the writer. You can choose frustration and fear, or you can choose gratitude, abundance, and love. The choice is always yours. Life will reflect whatever you choose to see in it, so choose to see the good, choose to feel the joy, and choose to live with purpose. That is the secret to life. Conclusion. So what have we uncovered in this journey? We've revealed a timeless truth, the law of attraction. The simple but powerful idea that whatever thoughts and images dominate your mind, you begin to attract into your life. You've also learned how to use this secret through 3 simple steps. Ask, believe, and receive. Ask clearly. Decide what you truly want. Believe fully, without doubt, without hesitation. And receive with gratitude by feeling the joy of already having it. The universe does not judge between good or bad. It simply responds to the vibration of your thoughts, which means you hold the power to design your life in whichever way you choose. Remember, gratitude multiplies miracles. Whatever you already have, however small it seems, thank the universe for it. Gratitude opens the door for abundance to flow in even greater measure. Across history, countless people have used this secret to transform their lives, attracting wealth, healing illness, building stronger relationships, and achieving dreams that once felt impossible. And now, the same power that worked for them is in your hands. It all begins with you. Hold on to your desire until it manifests. Speak only words that support the life you want. And above all, believe. Because the moment you truly believe, the universe starts rearranging itself to make your dream a reality. Think of the universe as a genie. It says, "Your wish is my command." The only question is, what will you ask for? So go ahead, dream boldly, ask, believe, receive, and live the life filled with love, success, health, and joy that you deserve. Thank you so much for listening to this summary here on Audiobook 101. If you enjoyed this journey and want to keep discovering more life-changing ideas, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with someone who needs a little inspiration today. Because together, we're not just listening to books, we're learning how to create a brighter, more powerful life, one page at a time. Until next time, keep believing, keep attracting, and keep shining.